As we work with more and more images, we are going to need a way to quickly see them as well as organize them before we select the final image for post-processing. In my opinion, it is far too tedious to use the file open command for viewing multiple images one at a time. This is when Digital Photo Professional comes to our rescue. This is Dr. Mayur from Digital Photography School, and in this video we shall see the layout of Digital Photo Professional and how we can use this software to organize our images. Digital Photo Professional or DPP is a 16-bit image processing software by Canon. It takes full advantage of the 14-bit Canon image sensors and is primarily used to edit the raw images. You can also use this software to view, edit and manage other image types like JPEG and TIFF. You get a free software CD along with the camera you purchase from the manufacturer. It has both Windows as well as the Mac version of the software. Alternatively, you can also download this software from our website, that is dentalphotographyschool.in. Visit the blog post page where we have a link to download the software. Make sure to keep the serial number of your camera handy when you plan to download the software. After downloading, follow the instructions for installation and you're ready to go. So let's see what Digital Photo Professional version 4 has in store for us. To open the software, I'll go to the Start menu and click on DPP icon. Let me maximize the window so that you can see better. On the top left, we have the navigation panel with two options, folder and bookmark. When we select folder option, we can see all the folders on my hard drive and navigate through them. When we select a folder, we can see the content of that folder inside the content area. If you have a folder that you visit regularly, you can right click on that folder and select bookmark. Next time, you will not have to navigate all the way to your desired folder. You can select the bookmark option and see all your bookmark folders in it. So, this is the default view of DPP. You can change the view of the workspace by clicking the layout buttons on the bottom left side. So you have the basic thumbnail view and two film strip views, with one having a larger preview of the selected image on top and the other having it on the right. On the top left hand side, we have all the menus like File, Edit, View, etc. You have a small triangular caret next to the Help menu, which is used to toggle the bar having buttons of Edit Image, which is used to edit a selected image like this. Let me go back. Quick check to scroll through the images during selection process. Remote shooting or tethering or connecting your camera to the PC or laptop, etc. This is so that you can use the content area more effectively and get a wider area for preview whenever needed. Below these buttons, we have the content area, which consists of a preview or thumbnails based on your selected workspace. Like I have a preview of the selected image on top, which can be edited directly by clicking on the edit image button like we previously showed it to you, or opening the tool palette from the bottom right like this. Right. Below the preview window, we have a splitter. We can bring our mouse pointer on the splitter and increase or decrease the size of the preview window by double clicking and dragging it. I prefer my preview as big as possible with small thumbnails in the film strip. Now, coming to the buttons below the preview window, starting from left, we have the Fit to Screen button, which will fit the selected image precisely into the preview window space. Next to it, there are two more buttons to increase or decrease the size of the preview. X1 stands for 100% view, and the button next to it has a drop-down menu to manually select the size of the preview you would wish to see. For obvious reasons, I prefer to keep it on fit to screen mode at all times because I find it annoying to to use the scroll bar to scroll left, right, or up and down in higher preview modes. The plus minus buttons are used to zoom in or zoom out in the preview window space. Next to the zoom in, zoom out, we have buttons to select what we wish to see in the preview. The first button with number 1 on it means you want to see only one image. You can select if you want to see the edited version of the image or the original version from the drop down menu. Next to it, we have a button with one having a split sign between them, meaning this is a before after comparison layout button. With this button, we can see the original as well as the edited version together. There are various methods to use it, like split vertical splits the image into two halves. The left half shows original version while the right half is the edited version. You can use the drop down menu to select the view of your choice. We have split horizontal, arrange horizontal and arrange vertical options. If you keep on clicking, it will toggle between these different options. Next button has 1 and 2 numbers on it, meaning we can select two different images for comparison. One image has a pin symbol and other has a flag symbol. Now this is an extremely helpful feature to standardize images because we can edit two images together and compare them at the same time like this. Right, on the right side of this button we have multiple or single image preview button. If we wish to see preview of two images, we need to hold the control or command key and select images of our choice for preview. The last four buttons are information buttons and are helpful to understand image details, like the grid view helps us to understand the orientation of the image by showing us grid lines on the image. We can use these lines during precise rotation requirements. Next to it, we have autofocus points button, and we can see which autofocus point was in use during shoot. One of the most useful buttons is the highlight shadow warning button. This button indicates if your image has parts which are in complete darkness, that is fully black, or in complete brightness, that is fully white. The highlight area or of excessive brightness or full white is shown as red. The underexposed dark shadows are shown as blue by default. You can, however, change these colors as per your wishes. The I button is the information button which shows the metadata or EXIF information of the image. You can select what information you like to see or hide using the drop down menu. Below these buttons, we have a film strip of a series of thumbnail size images which we can scroll through and select a single or multiple images to edit or preview. Exactly below the film strip, we have a scroll bar that can be used to increase or decrease the size of the thumbnails. On its right, we have buttons to select what information we would like to see on the thumbnail. So we could see thumbnails without file name, with file name, or you can select what more information you would want to see during the using the drop down options like file size, shooting date and time, owner's name and other copyright information, etc. On its right, we have the raw JPEG button. Now if you're like me who shoots on raw plus JPEG mode, you will see that there are two images of the same name. This is because they were made together at the same time. The raw JPEG button changes that. So you see only one image with R and J written on it, and it makes everything look very simple. Next to that, you have your selection buttons. If you click the first button, all images are selected just like clicking on Ctrl A or Command A. The next button deselect all the thumbnails. On the lowermost part of the layout, you can see check buttons like check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and next to it we have rating buttons. You can use these codes to filter or sort images in future. Like I keep check 1 for all my general photography images, check 2 for all my 2 glamour shots which I love to shoot. I keep 5 stars for selected images, 1 star for prosthodontics, 2 star for composite restorations, and so on. You can click 1 to give 1 star to an image, 2 to give 2 stars, and so on. To clear ratings, you can click on 0. If you wish to rotate one or many selected images, you can do so by using the rotation buttons directly. If you wish to filter or sort images, you can do so by using the filter button. When you click on it, you get a dialog box with all the possibilities to filter images based on your selection. For instance, if you want to view images only with one check, you can deselect all other options, and that's how simple it is. Right. If you would like to see all images with 5 stars, you can do so using the rating drop down menu and click 5 stars and click filter on. Next to it we have the tool palette button, which consists of all tools needed to edit your image. This will be covered separately in our next video. Next to it is the histogram, which gives us a graphical representation of the tonal distribution in an image. We shall also understand about it in our future videos. Lastly, we have the navigation button, which gives us some basic information about a selected image. So this is all about the layout of Canon's Digital Photo Professional and how we can effectively use this software to organize our images. If you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and also subscribe to our newsletter on our website, that is dentalphotographyschool.in. Until next time, goodbye.